Welcome back to this pick,
Welcome back to the show, you guys.
and this is going to be our recap of the Super Bowl between the Rams and the Patriots. Score was 13-3. I'm a Rams fan, so this one's hard to even talk about, but we need to do it because that's our job. So Patriots win this one 13-3. Let me get some stats knocked out right quick. Tom Brady really didn't have a good game until pretty much the last part of the game. 262 yards, interception, no touchdowns for him. Sony Michel had a fairly solid game, 94 yards in the tub. Julian Edelman had a monster game. He definitely deserved a Super Bowl MVP.
Oh, yeah.
10 receptions, 141 yards. Jared Goff played terrible outside of a little bit that last drive he threw a pick. He played terrible for the most part, 229 yards. Interception, Ty Gurley didn't really do much, 10 carries, 35 yards. Brandon Cooks had a decent game, but he wasn't involved enough. Robert Woods was okay, but he wasn't really involved enough as well. Alright, let's talk about it. The Rams played absolutely terrible on offense. They couldn't absolutely do anything against this Patriots defense. Gotta give it to these Patriots, man. They played amazing. Bill Belichick was absolute clinic on defense. That defense played absolutely amazing. They had so much pressure on Goff. The line for the Rams did not play well. Jared Goff really didn't play well. I don't know if the situation was too big for him, or he's not the guy. I don't know.
Too early to
It's
say
too
that.
early to say that, honestly. Even to get to this position, I'm still impressed with that.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, he had a line. He was just constant pressure on him, and when he didn't have pressure, he was just throwing a lot of ducks and incomplete passes. He got lucky a couple times and they get intercepted.
Yeah.
The defense for the secondary for the Patriots played absolutely incredible. He had to make so many tight throws and just had a lot of passes knocked down, and they just played amazing. This really couldn't do anything. They just got a ton of the coverages, got a ton of pressure. Rams' offensive line definitely didn't play like the best offensive line in the league.
Yeah.
But got to hang my hat on how well the Rams defense played for most of the game, especially the first half. They played absolutely incredible in my eyes. Getting a ton of pressure, batting a lot of balls. Outside of Edelman, really no one really did much. Gronk had a pretty good game, but for the most part, he didn't really do much either. They were stuffing the run game for the most part as well in the first half. They played absolutely flawless, I thought. Made him Brady throw an interception on the first drive. Couldn't capitalize on that. They went down the field and missed the field goal. Couldn't capitalize on that. They couldn't capitalize on anything, really. I kept on telling Ryan, well, let's go offense, let's do something. And they never did anything.
Almost every drive.
Yeah, almost every drive. It was a punt or, punt, pretty much. Every drive was a punt, and then it went to halftime, and the second half was a little bit better, but not much. Give it Hecker, man. He played absolutely amazing. He really kept his team in the game, put the Patriots in a lot of bad positions. This is the Rams. This played absolutely part of the worst game of the season, and they played against the wrong opponent, because you can't do that against the GOAT and Bill Belichick, the other GOAT. You got to give it to the punter for Patriots, man. He put the Rams.
I don't remember his first name, but off the top of my head.
Yeah, whatever his name is. He played amazing too. I didn't really know who he was, but he was really putting the Rams in a lot of bad positions. Deion Sanders had a point in which I agree with. This Rams team wasn't ready for this situation in this moment. They're a really young team still. McVay's the youngest coach in NFL history to even make a Super Bowl. Jared Goff's the quickest number one pick ever to make a Super Bowl in his third season. So this team's really young still. I'm really frustrated because I thought our defense played absolutely amazing for pretty much the whole game, other than latter part of the third quarter and most of the fourth quarter, because at that point they're just tired, man. They played on the field way too much. And they're in a dome, which a ton of heat. They're gonna get really tired, and I wasn't expecting the defense to play absolutely super elite the whole game.
They pretty much did.
And they couldn't at the last part because they're just too tired in my eyes. Sue, Darnold, Barkers, Fowler, all three of them had had really good games. Peters got beat sometimes, but he was making it up in the latter part of the second quarter and the third quarter. Talib didn't really do much, but he didn't need to do much because he was doing his job for the most part. No, he was giving a couple of catches to Edelman. I kind of didn't understand why they were giving him some free releases. Partly, I think, because if you have someone follow Edelman, you're giving away your coverage because it'd be managed zone. So I understand to a certain degree, but this loss hurts. But I think this Rams team is going to be back some year. I don't know if it's going to be next year. I do think this is a missed opportunity. I am a bit nervous about Goff. I'm a bit nervous about if this team can make it happen in the next couple of years, because this is really the year. I don't know if they're going to be able to keep Sue. I don't know if they're going to be able to keep Fowler. Joyner's going to be a free agent. Roger Saffold's going to be a free agent. I don't know how much longer Whitworth is even going to play. He's getting really old. I don't know how much son of bum Wade Phillips is going to want to coach even longer. He's 1,000 years old. So, really frustrating because I thought this team should have beat the Patriots, honestly. Tom Brady didn't have a good game for most of the game, but defense definitely came to play, and they couldn't overcome bad play from Goff and bad play from the offensive line. And I think Gurley's hurt, man. There's no chance in my eyes that if he was healthy, he only gets 10 carries and 3 receptions or something like that. So yeah, he's definitely hurt, and they couldn't do anything in the run game anyway. Fat man C.J. Anderson had a decent game in the second half, but he didn't really do much in the first half. So yeah, very frustrating, but congrats to Patriots, man. 6 Super Bowls, absolutely incredible. No words can even describe how amazing that is, really, in my eyes. Neither one of us had Patriots making the Super Bowl.
Nope.
And they still made it, which you can argue the worst team they've had in the Bill Belichick and Tom Brady era. And
didn't seem like it, but yeah.
Still won the damn Super Bowl. So amazing. Sorry for the monotone. I'm tired and a little heartbroken, honestly. So yeah, this one's a little hard for me to do, but I'm glad you guys are watching, and I appreciate everything. That's really all I have to say, really.
Yeah, man, this was wild. I did not expect this game. I think pretty much what you can headline this game as being is pretty much defense and special teams. Punters, more to say. These punters pretty much was doing the main work. Heckers was doing an amazing job pinning the offense of the Patriots back, which is...
let's go to break right quick.
Okay. All right, but we're back. But yeah, like I was saying, it just the punters, man. That was kind of I was telling Adam jokingly, but really being honest, Hecker was kind of the best player in both sides of the ball, because it was helping the offense pin them back, and it was helping that defense keep them back there. So I don't know. Really, this was the Rams' game to win. Like Adam said, man, that defense for the Rams played flawless in my eyes. Honestly, I don't think they could have did anything better. They were getting turnovers. They got an interception, and they could have had a fumble. That was the kind of the other thing. They kind of missed on some opportunities on turnovers, and they didn't capitalize when they did get the turnovers. So. And
you can argue a missed field goal is kind of a turnover as well. So.
Yeah, pretty much it is. So the defense was doing everything that they could have. I don't know what else you want them to ask for. It's just that offense, man. They had to equalize on those opportunities on the turnovers, and the other side, the flip side, the Patriots punter, like he said, did really well too and pinned them back, which was hurting their drives. If Edelman didn't have such a good of a game, I think they would have had to find a defensive player to pick because that Patriots defense, wow. I did not expect that front line to dominate the front line of the Rams like they did. I really didn't see that coming. I definitely did not expect how hard it was going to be for the receivers for the Rams to find anything open. Like Adam was saying, pretty much Goff was throwing these balls in the really tight windows, and yeah, I don't think I think maybe one or two times, even if that, I seen a Rams receiver clearly open, and yeah, it was a rarity. So whatever game plan they had for the Rams, they did it perfectly. Yeah, one of the biggest stories I think, in my opinion, is how Belichick outcoached that young man over there on the other side, McVay. I don't know what it was. Maybe it was because McVay has never seen a mind like his, or what it was, but he just could not make the adjustments that he needed to make. Nothing was working on offense, and I don't know, man. It was just weird. It was just weird because the whole season you see McVay, make adjustments somehow, some way, and he makes it work. And it just just like Belichick had this force field on him. He was like, nope, no, this is working. And that defense seemed so prepared, and it was crazy. And that, just like I said, to reiterate that just tells you how good Belichick's mind is. He can make so many adjustments in a game and they work, and it's just wild because that defense doesn't have the super big names like other defenses have. But yeah, that was not expected for me. Like I said, I expected a little more points. I did not expect the Rams offense to get shut out like they did, which was crazy. But yeah, man, this is just, honestly, man, I'm lost for words because I wasn't expecting this. You can't knock the dynasty, as much as I can't stand it because it drives me nuts seeing the same team over and over. But at the end of the day, you just gotta respect it, man. It's crazy what kind of show they are putting on. It's just mind-boggling how they keep coming back and coming back. But definitely in my eyes, I don't see the Rams falling off from this. I think they can come back from this. I'm kind of like in the same boat as Adam. I am a little worried because this was kind of your guys' moment to really put the nail in the coffin. It's kind of like the Seattle situation. They had the great players. They had it formed, and it was working for them. And then now you see them now. They're nowhere near what they were, in that Legion of Boom era.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where they're at. They're in that really good Legion of Boom Rams, and that was the Super Bowl they really needed. So, but like I said, I don't think they're definitely out of it, man. They are still right there in the mix. That defense is still nasty. Still got two of the best guys on that defense going to be there possibly. I think Sue should come back. We don't know if he is, but
I mean, what really comes down to is, does he want to win the ring or does he want to make more money?
Right. I was telling him earlier off camera, if he was smart, he would do the kind of the Boogie Cousins thing, kind of sign one more year, kind of take less money, and dude, just be with the team.
Honestly, how much more money do you really need? Honestly,
right.
He's had a humongous, biggest contract ever at the time for a defensive player, and if he wins the Super Bowl, I think that knocks the nail in the coffin for him being in the Hall of Fame. I mean, I already think he is anyway, but I think that just adds to the resume and makes it even easier.
Right. Yeah, just like I said, just do the Boogie Cousins type thing.
And,
there's nothing else he needs to really prove but get a ring.
Sorry, Ryan. And he did what he did this last year. I mean, just kind of low for the season for the most part and ball out in the playoffs. He played really well in this game.
Really well.
Just like Darnold, just like Sue, just like Fowler, everyone else just got tired, man. Thing about it, you kind of feel constantly with a team that runs the ball really well with a power running game. I mean, that's going to tire you out.
Yep.
But Belichick and Tom Brady and Josh McDaniels, the other guy that I really got to give it to, they're smart. Kind of like a little bit of kind of like doesn't make sense when you think about it, but it does make sense if you really think about it. Is they kept on running at Sue and they kept on running at Donald in the very very beginning of the game. Now like it wasn't working, but it was making them tired.
Yep.
So,
That's the thing I said too. Is I think that's what their formula was going into that was run, and try to tire these big guys out up front, and I think that's what they were going for.
I think this is a lot of this, which if you really think about it, that's just amazing, man. I think this is what they probably did. I think this is one of the big strategies.
Yeah.
Just run the ball constantly. Brady ball out if he needs to. And they just kept on running the ball, tiring out this defense. And I guess they like partly that they thought, well, Gurley's not healthy, so we don't really need to worry about him. And they're like, well, Goff's not going to beat us. They used the system that the Bears did when Bears beat the crap out of the Rams. They played a lot of zone, and they did not let them do anything down the field and let everything go underneath and in the middle. And Cooks is really a deep threat, and Robert Woods, I mean, he's a good receiver, not a great one. Ryan really has a good point. Cooper Kupp would have made a big difference in this game in my eyes if he was playing and not hurt. He kind of adds another dimension. I think he's the best receiver for the Rams, and fortunately he got hurt, so that really kind of changed the dynamics of the whole season, honestly, in my eyes.
Like, real quick, just to stay on that topic, what I mean by that is, even if they take away, which is most likely, like Adam and me know, the best thing the Patriots do is take away your best player. Mm-hmm. So even if they do that, that still is going to possibly open up Cooks, Woods, or somebody. And that's that, like I said, like he just said, that's that dynamic that ain't there that they needed, man. Yeah. McDonald, I guess his name, one of your other receivers. McDonald or
Josh Reynolds
and
Everett.
I don't know why I was thinking McDonald's. I don't know. Reynolds, he
played all right, but
but he's just not. He's just not a Robert. Yeah, he's just not a Robert Woods, and he's just not a Cook. So he didn't really. He can't really make them impact plays yet. I mean, he might be able to. I don't know. I don't know this guy quite like that, but. Yeah, just not in this game. I was
hoping he would.
Yeah, just not in this game. He wasn't a factor. And yeah, I think Cooper Kupp would have added another dynamic to this game to free, like I said, just to even free up their other guys to get open. And it was tough. But anything else you want to say about that, real quick?
Not really. I mean, partly I kind of wish the Saints were in this game, just to shut up people, because I don't think the Saints would have won this game either. Defense is not as good as the Rams' defense, and Drew Brees is not Drew Brees anymore. Honestly, he's didn't play well the last part of the season, and didn't play well in the playoffs. I think he would have handled the situation better than Jared Goff. So I think he would have had a better game, but I think that Saints defense wouldn't have been able to stop the Patriots, and I think the Bill Belichick and the gang would have devised a really good plan to shut down that Saints offense. But I partly wanted to see the Saints in it just to see if Drew Brees can get another one, but that didn't happen. We've already talked about that. We're not going to get into it, but that's all I really got to say, man. Great win by the Patriots. I kind of hope everyone goes away, but they probably won't. They'll probably be back next year.
Just a couple things before I get out of here. For one, Gurley was hurt. Something, your best player. He only had 10 carries, 35 yards. You got to be kidding me. And I believe it was Primetime that said this, Dion, that, we've seen this before where it's not reported that he's injured, but 3 weeks later they report something.
I think actually LT said that.
It might have been. That's why I say it might have been Dion. It might not have been him. But it was somebody on that NFL Network panel that said that he might.
Let's go to break right quick. Okay.
But like we heard on there on the NFL Network from the panel, this happens, and I've seen it before, where it doesn't get reported, but 2 weeks, 3 weeks away on, he had this going on, and come on, guys, something was up. Your best player is in a Super Bowl. You guys, need to score. It's 3-3, and you guys need something, and he only had 10 carries, 35 35 yards. Something's up, man. There's no way that he was healthy or 100%.
One target, no, 2 targets and 1 catch.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. He's known for being a threat in receiving as well.
So he touched the ball 11 times.
Right. So that's ridiculous, man. He's a player that gets more touches than that. He's a dynamic force that can change the game. And when he did have a couple runs, they did bust out and made big plays. So yeah, something's up with him. It was ridiculous. And another thing, real quick, before I get out, outside of the line, defensive line dominating for the Patriots, what made it difficult for Goff and them, and receivers not getting open. Another thing is when they did have the chance to capitalize.
I was about to get onto that.
Yeah, they didn't. Like Adam, I didn't get to see it. I think it was in the restaurant or something. But one of the plays that showed from over the top, I believe, and he seen one of the receivers open, but he threw it downfield to another player, and the missed opportunity they had with Cooks when he's wide open, and the opportunity when Goff did throw a dime and Cooks dropped it. Like, there was not only the dynamic of Patriots playing really well on defense, it was the Rams not capitalizing on the chances that they did have. And that really hurt him, man. And you got to capitalize on those, man. Like I said, Goff really wasn't playing good the whole game, and he threw a dime to Cooks. You got to catch those, man.
Yeah.
You know, that's a tough.
He's gonna either getting held as really good defense, one of his arms kind of getting moved a little bit, and he got smacked. But you got to catch that ball if you're gonna make that much money.
Yep. And you're in a big game like that, you got to hold on to those.
He makes top receiver money. He didn't catch.
And that's the other thing I was about to say. He's this guy that's supposed to be really good. If you're gonna be
kind of was
right, but if to his standards, if he wants to make himself on that level with these really top receivers, you got to make those catches, dude. So that's to me the biggest point of not only the Patriots were playing really well on defense, the offense was kind of shooting themselves in the foot as well, not making those plays when they really needed to. But really, that's all I got to say.
Just to piggyback on what he was saying. Plays he was talking about, it was first or second and 20 after a penalty. Cooks was fly route or 9 route, whatever you want to call it, and Goff threw it to him, but either it was Woods or Reynolds. I don't exactly remember who the receiver was, but he was going on like a slant route, and he was in the middle of the first down at 20-yard gain area, and Goff didn't see him, or he was just locking on one receiver, and it was incomplete. And that's our opportunity, man. That keeps the drive going and stuff. And the other one, when Cooks was wide open, it was a play action, and Cooks was wide open for a good second and a half, which should have been a touchdown. And Goff didn't read quick enough, and amazing play by one of the McCourties, and that's an incomplete pass. And it was a dime by Goff, and that was a great throw, but he didn't catch it, man. He needed to. And Goff, man, moving down the field, they're about to score a touchdown. Second down, I believe. They should have ran the ball in my eyes, but zero blitz by the Patriots. Well, man, you can't block. Goff pretty much just throws it off in the air, and Gilmore picks the ball off. And I thought the game was pretty much over after that.
Yeah, and then it felt like it was weird, especially in that one moment in that possession, because they were right there. It just felt like, I guess, in Goff's head, he just I got to make this play now, and he just chunked it. Yeah, he chunked it up there, man, and that's the last thing you want to do.
Yeah, you needed to just take a second in that situation. Because it was 4-down territory, honestly.
Yep.
So that's all I gotta say, man. Just a longer video than we really planned to be, but
hey, it's Super Bowl.
Yeah, Super Bowl, a lot of things to say. So thank you for watching. Sorry about the monotone for me. It's still a little sad, but I'll get over it. It's just a game,
It's just a Band-Aid he has to rip off, and right now he just does not want to rip it off, and it's understandable.
Been a Rams fan since 2010 when Bradford got drafted, so I've been through some rough times with my team, and we finally got to Super Bowl, and I thought we had a legit chance of winning it, so that's why it stings. But I'm one of the 76 actual Rams fans, so we got Rams fan, the ones that actual Rams fans going through a little bit, but we'll make it, man. Good job
like
by,
I said, you're right in the mix of being right there again next
good
year.
job by New England, man. Those Boston fans are crazy, but they're loyal. And
They are.
yeah, so all right, that's all I got to say.
Yeah, that'd do it for me. We really appreciate you guys sticking there with us and subscribing and commenting, liking, and everything else. And we got this other league coming up, and we might be covering that as well.
The Lions Football League.
So we're gonna be right back here probably next weekend. So we'll see you guys on the next one.
Thanks for watching.